If Equality Now had never existed, I would not have a guide myself in international work. I trust Equality Now. Thousands of activists trust Equality Now, and there is nothing more important than a trusted messenger, bringing together of the very best expertise from many different continents in a very, very personal way.
In 1992, discrimination and violence against women and girls were not being addressed by the global human rights movement. Millions of girls and women were being exploited through sex trafficking, systematically raped during wars, mutilated and violated in the name of tradition, sold into sexual slavery, abused in their homes, and raped and murdered without redress, while governments and societies were silent and complicit. The equal treatment of half the world was not considered a human right or a matter of global concern. With a conviction to expose these violations to the general public, lawyers Navi Pillay, Jessica Neuwirth, and Fariel Garahi joined together to bring women's rights to the forefront of human rights. But they knew that to ensure the rights of women everywhere, change not only had to occur at the societal level, but governments had to be held accountable. Equality Now was born with its first office in New York. Their goal is to strengthen human rights law and integrate women's rights into domestic, regional, and international laws that support women.
We didn't just want to tell people what was happening to women around the world, but also what they could do about it. We knew that we could mobilize women and men to raise awareness and generate public pressure to stop human rights violations against women.
The time to act is right now, where we can save lives, we can stop the unspeakable sufferings of the victims.
When first starting, Equality Now wasn't afraid to tackle difficult or controversial issues affecting women through their network, using the media to expand their reach. Within a few years, Equality Now started groundbreaking ripples of positive change that carried into the next decade and beyond.
We're very strategic in our work and target cases that will result in the greatest positive impact for the largest number of women and girls.
In 2000, Equality Now opened an office in Nairobi, Kenya, to be more connected to the pulse of the issues and create a greater international movement.
Equality Now has really made a difference in Africa. It's a testament to our success that women and girls now speak out about their violations and demand their rights using the legal tools we have helped to provide. We are fighting in the front lines to end female genital mutilation. The fact that there's law at all in countries where it's practiced gives us a great pride.
Equality Now then opened an office in London, England.
It's important for Equality Now to have global reach and to be able to tap into the expertise that has already been developed in terms of women's rights advocacy. Together we can look at the obstacles, look at our own experiences and build a very strong platform where we can progress our rights together as a global movement. Linkages to Equality Now are really important. We have members around the world in 160 countries and offices now in London, Nairobi, New York, and outposts in Jordan and in Washington, D.C. to hear and share and learn from the voices of local women and also to target high-level policymakers who will have an impact on the lives of women around the globe.
With emphasis on legal and institutional reform, the organization continues to make a difference in the lives of women and girls worldwide, but the fight is far from being over.
The last 20 years have been phenomenal in expanding the legal frameworks and debate on women's rights. More people have become involved in the debate, mechanisms have been developed all around the world, and most importantly, women's rights and empowerment are now seen as essential to development, progress, peace, and security. Yet the same issues persist. We have to really stand fast against the use of culture to deny women and girls their basic human rights. So Equality Now has a lot left to do. We hope that the next 20 years, gender inequality will become a thing of the past to be read about only in history books. We all can make that happen, one action at a time.
Global gender equality benefits everyone, but to achieve it requires your help. Join our global network of activists and take action on our campaigns. Educate yourself on human rights, and most importantly, let your government representatives know that a threat to women is a threat to society.